Lesson plan for adolescents and adults, presented by Juliet Gomez Soto. Adolescents, topics past continuous, objectives, recognize and develop communication skills which are reading, speaking, reading, and listening. Understand the use of the past continuous. Create sentences with past continuous. Class descriptions. Word math. The teacher enters and reads in English. The teacher asks his students to think of something that happened to them on previous days. He now asks them to stand in a circle and tell what happened to them in a short sentence. The teacher chooses 3 sentences from the ones the students said and says them in English so that the students can listen to what the sentence sounds like in the past tense. Presentations. The teacher writes on the board the topic to be studied, which in the past continuous. Then they shows a video like this at least 2 times. The teacher asks his students if they did not understand something and any doubts they had will be practice. The teacher writes on the board the structure of a sentence in the past continuous. Subject plus what or where plus options, verb, ing plus complement. Examples. The teacher was giving the class. The teacher was giving the class. The students were doing their homework. The students were doing their homework. The teacher hands out some sheets with 8 sentences and the students must fill in the space with the verb to be depending on whether the sentence is singular or plural. Writing. The teacher asks his students to invent or create 5 sentences with the past continuous. Reading. The teacher gives his students a different short text for everyone, which the students must read aloud for reading practice. Speaking. The student must say 2 sentences in the past continuous. Listening. Listen and watch the following video. Then he writes 2 negative sentences and 2 question sentences. Production. In groups of 2 they should read a short story about the past continuous and in class read it to everyone. Assessment. In groups of 2 they must expose the continuous past, either by means of technological tools such as PowerPoint, Prezi, or by means of cardboard, etc. And the following are the materials used for class. Adults. Topic, question, WH. Recognize and develop communication skills which as writing, speaking, reading, and listening. Learn to use WH questions. Write questions with WH. Class descriptions. Word math. The teacher comes in and greets his student in English. Then she goes through each student with a bag full of paper so that each one takes out a paper. On each piece of paper is one of the forms of WH, room in English, and the teacher will ask each one is knows what that word means. Presentation. The teacher writes all the WH on the board. They show the following. The teacher responds to a student's answers if there are any. Practice. Listening. The teacher shows the following video. Then the students should write in their notebook the maximum number of questions that they remember hearing and seeing in the video. Writing. A student must create 2 questions of each WH, that is, they must ask a total of 12 questions. Reading. Read the following letter and answer the following questions. A student must answer the questions. Speaking, each student must ask the teacher 3 questions about what she wants, but she must bring the WH. The question must be pronounced correctly for the teacher to answer them. Production. Students must complete the following questions. Assessment. In groups of 3, they will write and dramatize a dialogue in which each one sends their part. The dialogue should have several questions that lead to WH and the materials, and the following are the materials used for the class.